So halfway through our spring break, we woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and got a train to Naples. And the train ride there was really cool. We watched the sunrise and saw all these really cool sights. And then we got to Naples, and it was just very different from Rome. We'd been used to, all these touristy sites, and then we come here and it's like, real Italy. And it was pretty weird at first, but we got to our hostel, and it was just really, really cool there. This is us, like, on the terrace of the hostel. It was pretty beautiful. And this is the kitchen. And the guy who owns our hostel, it's actually his house. And he's just this guy named Giovanni. He was the nicest man. He made us pasta and taught us Italian songs. And, we met a lot of really cool people. It was a really fun time. And the first day, we just kind of saw some sights of Naples, like this castle, some really pretty churches. And it's kind of sad because you see these things and they're really beautiful and, great statues and stuff, and there's just graffiti everywhere. It's just a really run-down town, so it was pretty sad, but there's still a lot of cool, really cool things to do and a lot of pretty sights. That's actually Mount Vesuvius out there. Here it is from the coast. And we went to the National Archaeological Museum that day, and we just saw some statues and we saw some remains from Pompeii after the volcano, like vases and dishes and that sort of thing. And the next day we just kind of went shopping. There's a ton of these little shops with all these little souvenirs and, different colored pasta and drinks and all that sort of stuff. And then we took a tour of this place called the Roman Theater, and it was just discovered 6 years ago. What happened was people over the years just built on top of these Roman buildings. And just 6 years ago, they discovered, the remains of this ancient Roman theater down there. So that was just really crazy. And then we also took a tour of Naples Underground, which is just this huge system of these, caverns underground that were built by the Romans. And they've been used for a number of different things over the years, like trash collection and water. And during World War II, people actually, lived down there because their city was just in ruins. Here's some pictures or some things that they found from that time period. And there was just a lot of tunnels we had to go through. One was so skinny and there was no lights and we had to use candles. It was really scary, but it was just a really interesting experience as well. And on the last day in Naples, we got a ferry boat to go to the island of Capri, and it was so beautiful. It was my favorite part of our whole trip to Naples. It was amazing. The views were just crazy. So we just kind of hung out all day. It was really relaxing. Went to cafes and pizza places and just walked all throughout these little tiny streets. It's unreal. I felt like I was in a movie the whole time. It was just so beautiful. But the next morning we had to wake up and fly back to London, and it's not so bad coming home from vacation when you're going back to London. So while we had a great time in Italy, it was really, really fun, and I just loved, being thrown into a different culture like that. It was great, but yeah, we're happy to be back, and we all just had a really fun spring break. It was a good time.